Hello, grade 10. Welcome back to KS Online. This will be your new lesson. We are of new week, so we've learned new lesson this week. But before we proceed with our new lesson, let's review first our past lesson. So last week, we've learned past passive, I mean present passive, affirmative, and negative. Remember? Present, passive, affirmative, and negative. In present passive, we had two rules. We use is, are, plus past participle form of the verb. For the negative, we use am not, isn't, aren't, plus past participle form of the verb. Now, I've checked all of your homework and exercise, and let me congratulate you for a job well done. Almost all got the correct answer, except for the B, the test B. You missed the correct verb for each sentence. But don't worry, you have done your part, and now we will learn new lesson. Still, it's in passive form. That's why we use the past participle. But now, the past. Sir, past passive. Let me share to you now the difference between the present passive with the past passive. I have here examples, so we will learn by examples. Are you ready? Pens with you, notebooks with you, and be ready. Here's our example number 1. A group of artists started Dada. Started Dada. Okay? A group of artists started Dada. Dada is an art movement. Most critics rejected. Most critics rejected Dada works of art. Picasso didn't start. What have you observed? Did we use is, are, and? No. Did we use isn't, aren't, am not? No. Because these are in active form. Okay? The opposite of passive is active. So, this is now the difference. So, before I will explain to you, I'll just show you the active. The subject here is plural, the verb, past tense, and then here's the object. This is noun, this is the subject, this is the verb, and then the object. The same here, this is the subject, this is the verb, and this is the object. This is the verb, and this is the subject. Picasso is the subject. Verb is in negative, but still this is the verb, and then the object of the sentence. When we talk about passive, the object becomes the subject. Get it? The object now becomes the subject. Okay, let's focus on this sentence. Dada was started. From started, it was started by a group of artists. Sentence 2. Dada works of art were rejected by most critics. Dada wasn't started by Picasso. Now, can you tell me the 4 rules with this passive? Can you spot the difference? Okay. Singular, we use was started. And always use the word by. So that's passive, past, passive. Okay? This is singular subject. We use was. Plural subject, Dada, works of art. Where Dada wasn't started. Singular negative. And for plural negative, we use where started. Weren't, for plural negative, weren't started. Okay, therefore, we use was started. For affirmative, and we use for negative wasn't started. Okay, this is for singular. Singular pronoun, subject. What about for plural? We use were, rejected. For negative, weren't, rejected. So we've got 4 rules. Okay? Was started, past, passive, affirmative. We use was started. Past, passive, negative. We use wasn't started. Sorry for this. Wasn't started. That's for negative. What about for plural? We use for affirmative, we use were rejected. And for negative, we use weren't rejected. Again, in writing sentences, whether affirmative or negative in past, passive, the object now becomes the subject. The object now becomes the subject. And the subject becomes the object. And then we use by. Again, in writing, past, passive, affirmative, and negative, the object now becomes the subject, and the subject becomes the object, and then we use the word by before the subject agent. Alright? So familiar with this? When we talk about past, passive, only these 4 rules. I know it's not hard for you, but sometimes we just have to repeat. We just have to learn again and again. I want you to familiarize these 4 rules: past, passive, affirmative, and negative. Memorize these 4 by heart. And for your next video will be your exercise number 1. This is lesson 3, exercise number 1 on our next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great day, and I hope you learned something about past, passive, affirmative, and negative. Thank you for watching, and God bless.